Hello friends, today our topic is API status codes. So there are five different ways we can get the API status upon any API request. So the request will be formed based on the number 1xx, 2xx, 3xx, 4xx, and 5xx. So each of having its specific meaning. Let me talk about the first one, which is basically informational. So any status code which will come in the form of 100 or 101 like that, in that case, it will basically explain us about the informational status of an API. It means that the request has been successfully received and process is continuing. So there are many API status like 100, 101, which will basically explain about the API status like continue, switching protocol, etc. Thereafter, we have second one, which is success. In this case, you will get the status code based on 2xx, like 200, 201, 202, and so on and so forth. So it means the action was successfully received, understood, and accepted. So in that case, when the API request has been hit from the Postman or from a front-end application, the status we will receive, which basically explain that it is successful and the API request is accepted. So like 200 is for OK, 201 is for created, 202 is for accepted. Like that, we have many other status code as well. Thereafter, we have 3xx, which basically explain about redirection. It means further action must be taken in order to complete the request. So as soon as you hit the API request, thereafter some action need to be performed as per that request. So in that case, you will get either 300, 301, and many more status code, which will basically explain like 300 is for multiple choice, 301 is for permanently moved. Thereafter, we have 4xx, which is client error. It means the request contain incorrect syntax or cannot be fulfilled. So the request you have made from the API or from the front end cannot be processed. You cannot move forward with the detail you have provided. So in that case, you will get a status code like 400, which will be a bad request, 401, which like it is like unauthorized. So you have the detail you have provided is not exactly what it expect. Thereafter, 200, 402, which is payment required, 403 for forbidden, and so on. Thereafter, we have 5xx, which basically explain about server error. It means the server failed to fulfill an apparently valid request. 500 basically explain about internal server error. Thereafter, we have 502, which is basically used for the bad gateway. So while testing the API, you will come across these type of status code from the response. Just before the response, we will get the status code. We have to keep in mind those status code. And based on the requirement, we have to perform the testing on the API.